There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, for some inexplicable reason, my microphone settings had changed without me realising and without OBS telling me. But yes, welcome to Warui Deshou. This is Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. We're finally here after all this time. I've been away for a little while because I've been busy for work. But yeah, I'm going to be going into it right now in a couple of beers. I'm, of course, as I mentioned, joined by my wonderful canine companion, Doug, my sister's dog, who I'm looking after for the weekend. He's currently having a nice snooze or a big chill out on the sofa, just splayed out. So if you'll bear me just a second, I'm going to get the game actually loaded, because, again, trying to alt-tab into it at the moment is a nightmare. Doug's eyes open then, was like, what are you doing drinking this beer? Anyway, I currently have a Bull House Rolling Papers. It's a DDH. There we go. Anyway, happy Friday, everyone. So since we're here and we're moving into Heavensward, we might as well watch the opening movie. Oh shit, Saruman the White's gonna bring down the fucking mountain on him. Will you, Warrior of Light, go through the mines of Moria instead? The city of Ishgard welcomes careful drivers. Nope. That's what you get for drinking White Lightning, honestly. I like how his axe is wrapped up. It's like, does his axe get cold? Does he have to keep it warm? Stay warm, my axe. Ah, the classic Dragoon pose. I'm surprised birds even exist when there are so many dragons around. At least in this part of the world. I'm gonna have to jump between some of these islands later on, aren't I? There's my boy Sid. Sid, I would say you probably should not fly in that direction. Seems a bit dangerous. Contested airspace. I figured I would have this meeting on a dark and stormy night. How could I not? That was a pretty cool opening movie. I mean, jokes aside about like the whole, you know, axe being cold thing, like it was neat to see the transition from, oh, I wasn't worried, now I'm gonna, like, you know, I can't beat these guys, so I'm gonna join these guys and beat them. It's a play on that old phrase. Also surprising, no preview of the new classes introduced in Heavensward either, because there are 3 of them. Dark Knight, the Astrologian, and the Machinist. You'd figure they would take prominence, but no, that was almost entirely story combined with the fact that, hey, it's a new environment, you go exploring, and shit's going crazy and all that. I'll say, I've put a lot of practice into the Gold Source Leap of Faith event, so I'll be able to jump between those islands no problem. Also, I have a confession to make. When I heard the expansion name was Heavensward, I thought that was a location, not like as in, you know, forward or backward. I literally had no idea. But, well, now I know. Anyway. So, since we're in a new expansion, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to follow the lead of the guy in the movie. We're going to play most of the expansion as a Dragoon. You know, you can fight dragons, you might as well be a dragon-slaying character. Hey! Got Mr. E in chat, how you doing, my man? As soon as someone changes the light bulb.
そのためにも最初の一歩を踏み出さねばならないが、あらぬ疑いをかけられたままではできることも少ない。イシュガルドの地で再起をというタタルの言葉にも一理あるとは思う。君とタタルだけでもかの地に赴き、私はウルダハに戻って。
I really hope that Alphanar just like bursts into the room and just yells objection out loud. Ah, it's Horchafon. That's how he pronounced his name. My man. Also, yeah, you're right, Mr. E. Like, the DNF Duel is out fairly soon, I think. So, looking forward to seeing what jank comes out of that on day 1.
Urudahaの動乱の真意を解明し、身の潔白を明らかにしたいのは理解できます。しかし、このような苦境にあればこそ、焦りは禁物というもの。それ。
You know, I've been watching the videos or clips that come out of DNF, and the Crusader looks like he's so ridiculously broken. I mean, maybe I'm talking off base on here, but he looks an awful lot like he's got the abilities of Urian from Street Fighter mixed with the long range, like some super long range normals, and he also isn't like really sluggish. So he looks like he's just insane. Finally, our papers have been processed! Glory to Astotka!
フォルタン家の庇護下に置かれた正式な客人としてコートに入ることが可能となりました。まずは本家の屋敷を拠点に情報を集めながら今後の方針を固めるといいでしょう。
Tastrus was like, do I get any spoken lines? No, shut up! Shut up!
わかりました。では、ご好意に甘えさせていただきます。感謝いたします。オルシュファン殿。
You know, I also like the fact that in-game, in story, this has taken like 3 months for you to be let into Ishgard. And I just imagine that during that time, my Warrior of Light has been using one of those little paddle bats that have like got the ball tied on by a piece of string. You know, like saying, do, 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 do. Either that, or we've been doing the Great Escape thing of just throwing a baseball against the wall. Bum bum, Ba ba da ba bum.
行こう。千年の戦を続ける聖教の都、コート・イシュガルドへ。暁の思いを無にしないために、私たちの戦いをもう一度。
You're not going to name drop the expansion, Alphanard? You're not going to name drop it? You're not going to say we're going to strike Heavensward? Oh god, Tasser actually got a line. Holy shit. I'll be looking forward to seeing how Heavensward develops. Sorry, Heavensward. DNF develops from here. Well, this is an easy quest. Speak to the man immediately to your right. Also, I love that the quest completed noise changes now to something a bit more... I don't know what the word is to describe, but it's different. It's like not quite as generic. It feels more fitting for the setting. Anyway, let's head over to the Gates of Judgment. Again, I promise to try and not make obvious political jokes where possible, because I could just say so much based on that. Insert your own Brexit joke here. Ooh. In order of worst to best. Which one is that starting with, then? I'm curious. It's alright, I won't finish Final Fantasy XIV in 15 years' time. I'll still be at it. I won't even made out of Stormblood. Alright. Onwards, Ishgard. The fact there isn't a little chef on this bridge just to like help you halfway across is a bit rubbish. Good thing my character's wearing goggles. Yeah, you lot can wear, like, you know, thermal gear. I'm just gonna wear my scrappy dragoon armor. Welcome to Skyrim. Oh wait, shit, wrong game. Fuck. You know, if we'd have come in like on the back of a car, waking up as a prisoner, it would have been a bit too much for me, I tell you. Just wait for a tumbleweed to float past the middle there. I like to. I know this is for our benefit as the player, but I like to believe this is being played out on a speaker, like it's some sort of theme park introduction or a museum. That apple is as big as her head. Have they just considered using a biro instead?
この時知る者はいなかった。
What's up, Doc? Hope you're doing alright, matey. Oh god, my character's looking up at these words that just appeared in the sky. Glad to hear the day's almost over for you there, Doc. Oh, everyone's just left without me. That's rude. Well, since we're here, we might as well tune to the Everite. Alright, let's go take a look. The music already, by the way, has been fantastic. I've been really enjoying it. This reminds me, at least so far from what I've seen, of Tucson. Is it Tucson in which Free that's the name of the actual city, or is that just the name of the name of anyway? Basically, the main city of there. Not in terms of climate, like it's very snowy, but like just the general layout and the look of it reminds me a lot of that. There we go, make a good impression for Hotshot. Oh, that doesn't even work there. That's rubbish. I was hoping to go over that fence. But never mind. And look at the massive boost in experience we're now getting as well.
Orochi-fan, tadaima, Akatsuki no minasama wo otsurei itashimashita.
おお、到着したか。
That is.
よくぞおいでになった。
I was getting a Castlevania vibe, but this dude like literally looks almost like Dracula from the Netflix Castlevania series. Hey, Shao said in the chat, hope you're doing alright, Macy. What is a warrior of light? A miserable pile of secrets! Literally, dude is a vampire.
一同皆様の来訪を心より歓迎しますぞ。
お会いできて光栄です、閣下。この度のお招き、誠にありがとうございます。
礼をせねばならぬのはこちらの方というもの。
Hey, shouts to Eagle in chat as well. Hope you're doing okay, Macy.
示させてもらいたい。
しかし、戸様の、しかも、汚名を着せられた我々を客として迎え入れることに問題はないのでしょうか?
I get the impression that like the councillors say, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm not going to be drinking any stuff out of a chalice. I'm only going to be drinking your blood."
アルフィナ殿は心配性でいらっしゃる。確かに我らがコートイシュガルドは。 ドラゴン族との戦いに専念すべく門戸を閉ざしてきた。だが私はこうした難局にあればこそ国外の勢力と手を取り合うべきだと考えている。無論教皇庁の内部や他の四大名家の中には貴殿らの訪問に眉を潜める者もおりましょう。
Yet none of their eyebrows are as massively plucked as mine.
エオルゼアの救済のために活動する貴殿らの行動によって誤解を解いてもらいたいのです。
I'm telling you, he's a fucking vampire, this dude. He's just got the look of it.
伯爵閣下のお言葉を聞き安心しました。仲間がチリチリになった今、できることは限られましょうが、閣下の思いに応えられるよう努めさせていただきます。
Oh shit, I did not know that, Eagle.
それは
That's such a shame.
そうですな。まずはコートの暮らしに慣れるためにも都市内を見回ってきてはいかがかな。
I'll have to look up who that was.
イシュガルドで何をなすべきかを考えるのはその後でもよろしかろう。
You know, it reminds me, like, this thing you brought up. When Kentaro Miura passed away around a year ago, the creator of Berserk, I recall reading at the time that there were basically tons of Dark Knight players just lined up in cities in tribute to him. It's emergent stuff like that I think gives this game a lot of its reputation. Like, not necessarily that the content itself, all the content is very good, but yeah, like, little things like that are noteworthy. I wasn't even considering playing 14 at the time, but I heard about that and I was, like, very touched by it. Oh, we got a nice comfy place, but anyway, let's speak to Alpha and see what we've got to do next. So yeah, you'll note, by the way, for people who might not be familiar with how this works, because this is an expansion now, the gear level of kit that you get from quests has increased substantially, to the point where this head is actually better than the one I've currently got. It's not quite as good as the gear that you would have at the end of Realm Reborn if you've done all the raids, because the item of that was 130, but it's just essentially a catch-up method. So you'll see that a lot as we go through the expansions. And this is the point where Alphanard gives us a tour of Ishgard and breaks into a Disney musical number. It is a Dragoon you're seeing, Crushing Eagle. I decided, as a surprise for the finale of Realm Reborn, to secretly level up a Dragoon as well. And then Estinian spoiled it in a fucking cutscene. What a prick. But I thought, you know what? I've been playing Black Mage for a while, and Black Mage is going to remain my main class, don't worry, I'm not going to drop that. But for the majority of the Heavensward content, I thought, let's keep it on brand here. If we're going to fight dragons, we should be a Dragoon for this, should we not? That's the point of the opening movie, after all. Besides, it's good to mix things up as well with damage-dealing classes. Like, I've got Warrior, White Mage, Black Mage, and Dragoon under my belt now. I do love the idea of the Dragoon job because it feels to me like there's basically two kinds of people of Dragoons. Either rank amateurs or grandmasters, because the idea of jumping off a cliff or a tower to stab a dragon and, like, you know, in the back of its fire, I'm like, you either are, like, you know, the grandmaster of it, or you're dead. There is no in between. You don't get to be, like, you know, just merely being okay at being a Dragoon. This is redeemable for one cheeseburger. I mean, we've got Tataru, who's a tiny Lalafell accountant. We've got Alphanard, who, well, is Alphanard. And you've got me, a giant dragon man who's wearing, like, the most ridiculous, like, cobbled-together clothing. As a giant spear. We do look like a bunch of unusual people in this region. My dad had an expression once, actually, when he was describing killing aliens in a Doom clone first-person shooter from the 90s, where he said he was turning them into floor pizza. And I get that's the... To just answer the Crimson's point there, I get the impression that's what happens to the failed Dragoons. They become floor pizzas. And everyone just leaves without me again. I'm so alone. Don't worry, it'll be the last time I half promised I'll make that joke. Besides, that's one of the other reasons I'm playing the Dragoon, so I can just backflip everywhere. I'm looking forward to fighting the Archbishop as a boss. There's no way that we're not going to fight the Pope. I mean, I know he's not technically the Pope by the terminology of Ishgard, but he's the Pope in my eyes. And I'm looking forward to the black and white smoke mechanic. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Don't mind me, just gonna stand here. In no rush to be anywhere. This is a very impressive setting, though, I must say. Look, if I'm gonna do any class unlocking, I'm telling you now, Eagle, I'm not gonna tell anyone about it ahead of time. I know that I had originally said I was gonna become an astrologian when the opportunity presents itself, but I've kind of benched the idea for now. But as for the other classes, if I do or do not unlock them, that's a secret. Until I get spoiled in a cutscene by another character, but anyway. Ah, that doesn't work. No, it does! Yes! Haha! I wouldn't hold that certificate out over that fire there. Oh, Alphanard, you don't need to overtalk yourself. Oh, the Everite Plaza. Well, I've handily just, I've just attuned to that. Off stream, I'm looking forward to taking a proper look around here. Ooh, very good. We get to have new new items. I haven't, like, healing for me has been alright. But I do think that I need to, like, on the White Mage specifically, just level up a bit more and get to be able to use some more of my tools for it to really get more interesting. Because thus far it hasn't been all that difficult. That being said, I was doing Aurum Vale on the side yesterday, And it was not fun when my tank and a DPS got breathed on with a bad breath. As in, a Marlboro's bad breath. So, I've of course got Azuna bound to my E-key, and I was just literally going... I was like Woody Woodpeckering that fucking keybind, I tell you. Oh. By the way, I don't know if you can see, but I'm just going to quickly move my camera over here. Don't know if you can see. No, you can't. It's a bit of a mess around here. You can't see from here, but Doug, my sister's dog, who I'm looking after, he's just parted himself to my side down here. He's being a chill boy, aren't you? Aww. So yeah, in my desperate attempt to get more Twitch viewers, I have brought a dog along with me. Although he's currently, you can't see him at the moment. Aww. He's just laid himself out on the floor. He's just having a nice chill. Well. Hey, thank you very much for the subscriptions, Mystery. That's hugely appreciated. It will be spent wisely on alcohol and beer and cheap pasties. But no, thank you so much for that. I hugely appreciate it. Eventually, I'm going to, of course, continue this all the way to Endwalker. And so if people are subscribing me, I can use the money from that to finance the inevitable subscription for it. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. There's a very good there's a very good pupper over here. He's having a good time, aren't you, mate? The pub! Everything's got the holy in front of it. Everything's got to be consecrated. Oh, he's off now. There may be a bit of whining noise you'll hear in a little bit, but he might just also be trying to get himself some food and drink. With a congregation nights most heavenly. Da, 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 da. Sorry, I just kept thinking of Monty Python then. On second thought, let's not go to Ishgard. This is a silly place. Moving on to my next beer, by the way, which is a transmission 6.9%. Radio, loud transmission. Nope. How long did it take that thing to get shaved on the side of his head? Oh, look, I did ask for a pub and he's going to let us go and have one. Excellent. Oh. Aw, hello. If you'll excuse me just a moment, I'm going to just see to... Come on. On you get. What you doing, lad? Oh, see? He just went for a mooch and has since returned. Yeah. Whip it good. Tasseru's getting ID'd the moment she goes in. Even if she's just asking for a fucking cranberry juice. Oh, he's off. He got comfort for a bit and then he left. We'll ignore him for the moment. It's like it's a free Ronnie sketch. Oh, sorry, two Ronnie sketch, I mean to say. I am taller than him, and therefore he is beneath me. So basically, the downstairs is a Weatherspoons and the upstairs is a... God, I don't even know. It's a microbrewery. Ah! So, okay, there is an atmospheric element to this, as in the people on the lower levels get the worst of the pollution. Okay. I can't... Something sharp, you boot. I can't fit my lance in my boots. It's impossible. Sounds about right. This three. Tatsuru gonna... You know what? I'm gonna make a prediction here. I'm gonna guess that Tatsuru actually is a secret, like, you know... She's secretly, like, capable of, like, drinking 15 pints without feeling a thing, even though she's tiny. It'll come to the end of the night and then someone will just be trying to have it on with her and then she'll just literally smash the tankard over his head. If you don't excuse me for a second, Bio, I'm just going to go check on the dog because he seems to have wandered off. He's fine, he was just hanging out in my bedroom. Nope, he's back. Thanks for your patience with that, by the way, everyone. Say, just doing double duty of looking after the pupper. Nope. Now he's being a bit whiny. I can hear him in the background. Oh, the Raftet shard. Again, if you'll excuse me just a moment, I'm going to go and let him out. There we go, I've let him out. He's just going to be hanging around the back garden, just having a little lope around. He'll be fine. The reception was less frosty than I anticipated. Whoa! Yeah, we do have a Dragoon on our ranks, he can help out. Oh, he's back again. Well, now he's barking again for some reason. I beg your pardon? I'll go see some again, 1 second. Come on. And Mumps is just like, I like him already. He's like, he's not taking any bullshit. Oh, God. I'll just ignore him for now. I don't know why he's been whiny. He's been fed, he's been rested, he's been walked. He's just, it's been mildly awkward. Oh, here he is again. Hello. That's right. Yeah. Hopefully he'll stay chilled out now. If you're wondering why I keep wrapping him up like a tortilla, I've been told by my sister that apparently he sleeps better when he's got a blanket on. Anyway, we get a bunch of Jester's hats. I'll take the silver pieces. Alphanard out! Okay, so we've got a bunch of main story quests we do, but you know what I am going to do for the moment? We're not going to worry about that. We're going to go back to being a Black Mage because we have quests to do. And this gives me an opportunity to talk about something else that's happening now with Heavensward and the state of the story that we're in. So if you were here last time, you remember we got framed for murder. For murdering the Sultana specifically. But, like, if that were the case, how can we just simply come back to Uldar and just be like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't seem right, does it? And where the hell's this quest at? There we go. To the Weaver's Guild then. Now, this is one of those complicated things, because to me, like, it would be really nice if the story did account for that. Where you were able to not go to Uldar or any of the other cities that matter, where the Crystal Braves are. Mordana, for example. But there's no real way that you could do that, like, especially at the time this came out, and stop people from, like, doing all the stuff they normally do, like using the market boards. It's just something's got to give, essentially. Is it the story or is it the gameplay? And in this case, the gameplay was allowed to win out. Now, there are scenes in which, like, there's a Crystal Brave Mordana, for example, who's like, what are you doing here? I will, if you don't leave immediately, I'll call the guards. And, like, that's just them being, like, you know, wimping out. Well, it does make me chuckle that all these quests I'm currently doing for the classes opened up immediately after we were exiled. You'd figure they would open up, like, after we'd cleared our name. The Books of Gnarled Farm. They're going to be flesh-drawn tomes, aren't they? Read it backwards, it's going to cause, like, Eorzea to implode on itself. The Red Labyrinth. But yeah, one thing to note is if I just quickly go to my traits thing here, you'll see that we've got like spells that we haven't learned yet, even though we're like level 58, because they're unlocked by these quests. So it's worth doing them now. I'm not going to be doing the other class quests for like the White Mage or the Warrior on stream, because I didn't do them on stream previously, pre-End of Realm Reborn. So you'd have no idea what's going on. The Black Mage one is still going to be like my canon one for this character, for whatever that's worth. Even if we are going to be moonlighting as a Dragoon for a bit. The late fees on these books are going to be catastrophically expensive. Yeah, he's settling down now, I think. I hope, anyway. I'm just looking after him for one night while my sister's off elsewhere, not able to stay home, so... He's otherwise been his best behaviour thus far. So this is where we actually did the final Black Mage quest of Realm Reborn, if I recall correctly, where we got the final bit of our armour. The unthinkable has happened! Someone's peed in this treasure chest! I'd love it if that turned out to be a mimic. Interesting. Also, yes, we do have the tiny Midgard Stormer minion now, which I've switched over to. I'm going to basically keep for the rest of Heavensward because it's just funny thinking of this, like, dragon just on my shoulder constantly going, ha ha ha, you're so boned. Continue your training in the dark arts. Well, how handy that we're already at level 58 as it happens. Unexpected journey. Oh god, we're gonna have to go fight a dragon, aren't we? And each quest is gonna be 3 hours long and overly drawn out. Oh fuck. Alright, let's go speak to our bro Kazakh Char. Yeah, been a while since we've seen him. So we've got the Malja, we've got the Kobold, and then the other one whose name I can't remember. I'm so, to answer the question, Dog, I'm not far enough into it to make any real judgment at this point. I think it's so far though, like at least as far as the setup goes, it's been pretty solid. Like they've clearly put a lot of thought in building up to the events of Heavensward rather than just, oh hey, thing happened, go deal with it, like a portal or whatever. So that's something. But we're only a few quests in, so at this point it's hard to really say. A robed man who fired spells at old Kazakh Char. Okay. So we've met the dude we saw in the previous cutscene, and he's like, "No, I didn't try to murder your friend and set his face on fire. Why would you think that? Come on." He has a giant crocus flower on his back as a staff. He's a conjurer, so he's a white mage or of that branch. Oh, hello. Oh, the snoot is off again. I have to answer to justice as well. Sure. Okay. This is the point where I turn into a white mage and just by holding the soul crystal, I'm like, Yeah, you know what? I can be both at the same time, mate. Quit your whining. Alright. Back to Uldar, I think, if I'm not mistaken. To the steps of Nald! So the miner's guild we need to go to. Ah, heroic music, so stirring. It's not like the leader of the city was just recently murdered. Oh, God's sake. It's fucking white black magic pissing contest here. Wow, she was surprised so hard her hands faced through her hat. So he was a conjurer and then he became a black mage. Okay. Interesting. Well, time to fire up the AoE spells. Oh, quit your whining. Oh, honestly, this dude, like... He's such a fucking white knight. White mage knight. Get the fuck out of here. Got a new spell. Ley Lines. Connects naturally occurring ley lines to create a circle of power, which, while standing within it, reduces spell cast time and recast time and auto attack delay by 15%. So while it's active, I can cast spells quicker as long as I'm standing in the area of effects of the ley lines. I love that new pose, by the way. Nope, Snoop's barking again. I may have to cut this stream short because it seems like he wants attention and I can't full well go ignoring him. So we'll do this one quest and I'll probably have to log off. Alright, Bronze Lake it is then. I was hoping having walked him earlier and like also early in the day and having fed him he would be content, but it would appear not. Alright, time to ambush a dude. And then blow him the fuck up! Nope. Get out of my way. Alright, he's been dealt with. Oh, he's back here now. What do you want? Oh, look at him. Being all cute. Yeah, I think he just wants someone to sit next to him and just, like, so he can fall asleep while I'm watching something. So that's what I will do. But in the meantime, let's blow a man up. Wow, these guys are not inconspicuous at all. We're wearing the latest in grape-flavored fashion. What a bunch of dogs. Oh, fucking hell, Waldev. Have you been reading from the fucking TV tropes quote page? You'd have made a powerful ally. Right. Let's go fuck these two up. And while we're at it, let's make good use of our new leyline spell. Sound schmucks. Oh, funny that, how you just literally turned up after the bad guy got away. I wonder. You know, accidents can happen out in the wilderness, sire. Like, people can just really horrible ends without expecting it. I'm just gonna warn you of that. Really bluntly. That accidents can happen. But yeah, how convenient that he just happened to turn up after the other dude disappeared. And the other dude was wearing like a full hat and stuff, so you couldn't see what they looked like underneath. I wonder. Oh, piss off, you little shit. Alright, back to Uldar again. Sorry to say that, Krishy. You're like 4 ads back to back. Jesus Christ. Such a fucking joke. Shut your face. I don't think Doug likes this dude either, to be quite honest. You know, that guy, like, if he ever wanted to get into a different career, he could be a winemaker. Because he won't stop fucking whining, man. We're blowing up, you're killing people. Shut up. Yeah, new spell, Sharpcast. So, some of our spells have additional effects that proc randomly, or like happen randomly. Sharpcast makes the random effects guaranteed, and they're quite powerful. The main thing we'll be using this with is actually Thunder, because it allows you to make Thunder instant cast and also deal a shit ton extra damage. So definitely making use of that. But yeah, on that note, I'm probably going to end the stream here, to be honest, just so I can look after this adorable little pupper. What are you doing, lad? You want some attention, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'll be giving you that in just a moment. So I'm going to look after him. I'll be back at some point next week to continue and pick up with Heavensward, because we really want to get going here, but given that there's a lot of quests to go through now, this is probably good a time as any. So thank you very much to everyone who's dropped by. I hope you all have a great Friday and a great weekend. I'll let you know on my Twitter, of course, which you can see in the links just to the left of my gorgeous face. Oh, no, he's off again. Yeah, you can see he's being a bit ornery. I might take him out for a walk in a moment. Just do a quick half-an-hour one. But yeah, on that note, thank you very much, everyone. Take care, good night, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you all soon.